Please welcome Mark Sweeney.
Oh, thanks, everybody. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming out. Delightful to be back here in your little village. It is. Now, when Mike and I, we drove in together, and we pulled up tonight, there was, in the parking lot, there was one of those little teeny, tiny smart cars. You guys know what I'm talking about? And every time I see one of those cars, they crack me up. Because a friend of my brother's bought one last year, and he's like, hey, man, you want to take this thing for a drive? And I'm like, no, I don't. I go, that thing is a death trap. And he goes, no, it's not. It's a safe car. I'm like, yeah, I'll pass. And like 3 weeks after that, he was in a car accident. He was actually in a rollover because he got T-boned by some chick on rollerblades. Yeah, nice car, Bobby. Well, it's good sitting there, but out having some cocktails, though, doing some little drinking. Yeah, it is. It's fun. I'm envious, though, you drinkers, man. I don't really drink that much anymore, you know? I can't recuperate from a night of drinking anymore, and I miss that. I miss being in your 20s, going out drinking to 5, 6 in the morning, eat the greasiest food you can find, sleep for an hour, wake up, you're like, God damn, I feel pretty good. I thought mixing Cuervo and Jägermeister would have laid me out, but I was wrong. I'm 23, fuck you, you can't kill me. And then you turn 40. All of a sudden, you gotta get drunk on Saturday night. 3 days later, you're still dragging ass around the house. Like, I feel like shit. Did you get drunk last night? No, Saturday. And this was back in the old days, you know, before Red Bull. We had to drink our Jaeger straight up. Yeah, we kept ourselves going throughout the night with cocaine. Yeah, not sugar. Fucking sugar's bad for you. And the weird thing is, I never liked coke. Never. Whole 6 years I was doing it. Yeah, it's, and you guys do blow back in the day? What about you, sir? You look like you've done a bump or two over the years. Oh, well, it was the 80s. It was a wild time for everybody. Shit, some of you guys are at the age, you might have been conceived on some alcohol, cocaine-fueled weekend. Your parents out doing bumps off their bare bottoms in the back of a Toyota Celica in the parking lot somewhere after last call. Think about that next time you have dinner with your folks. Yeah. I read this thing the other day. It was like an essay thing about drinking and driving. And they said that 30% of car accidents are caused by drunk drivers, 30%. Which means that 70% caused by sober drivers. Perhaps these are the people we ought to be watching out for. They're causing all the wrecks. And it's because sober people don't pay attention anymore. You know, there's just way too much going on behind the wheel. At least when you're drinking and driving, you're trying to pay attention. No, radio, I'm trying to focus. And drunk people crash too, but, you know, a lot of times it's just those 2 or 3 car fender benders coming out of Taco Bell at 2 o'clock. And you're only driving with your leg because you're trying to put sauce on something. And yes, I am willing to risk everyone's life, but I'm eating this chalupa. I don't even know what a chalupa is. I mean, I've been to Mexico over 100 times. I've had a lot of meals in that country. I've never seen a chalupa on a menu in Mexico. But in the States at 2 a.m., they are muy delicioso, aren't they? Oh, my goodness. I don't even know how Taco Bell does what they do. There's like 4 different ingredients in the entire store. There's 47 items on the menu. Like, who you got in the back cooking, Jesus? Splitting loaves and fishes for the masses? And the kid's like, no, Jesus, Jesus. I'm like, oh. I'm getting back talk from the 16-year-old Taco Bell cashier. Yeah. we shouldn't make jokes about drinking and driving, but if you're a drinker, you do it. You know, don't drink and drive. Well, how the fuck am I going to get home? Man, there was one night, I was probably, I don't know, I was 22, 23, and I was on my motorcycle, which is really stupid anyway, because you only have the 2 wheels. So I get out of this bar and I put the kickstand up and just slowly. It felt like it took me 10 seconds to hit the ground. And I'm like, fine, I'll walk. You know, it was only like 4 miles home. And the whole time I'm walking home, everybody that's driving by me is like flashing their lights and honking and waving and yelling. I'm like, what is going on? And when I get home, I look in the mirror, still got my helmet on. 4 miles I walked home, hi! These people must have seen me and gone, oh, look at the little special boy. Isn't he an independent little fella and safety conscious too, what with the helmet and all. So, God, Mother's Day is right around the corner already. You know, I was in Atlanta last year, the week before Mother's Day. I saw the weirdest Mother's Day commercial I have ever seen. This guy comes on the TV and he goes, give your mom a mammogram on Mother's Day. I don't think I'm qualified. I don't even know how that would work. Hi, Mom. Why don't you go ahead and take that blouse off? Come over here and slap him up against the sliding glass door. We'll have us a little look-see. No, I have no idea what I'm doing it, but I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, and then I started thinking, you know what? I'm not going anywhere near this town on Father's Day. Yeah. You can take a rain check there, sir. I hate getting older, man. I just had my first old people surgery last summer. It wasn't anything major. I had my ball sack lifted. Yeah, little scrotal tuck. You know what I'm talking about, sir. I'm going to tell you younger guys something that nobody told me as a young man, that as a guy, you get older, your balls start to get a little droopier. Yeah. And then one day, you sit on the toilet and splash. Oh my God. You come flying off that thing. Man, did I just hit the water? Are you kidding me? Yeah, and you know what really freaked me out? I was in a porta potty. I'm out! Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, you got it. It was the worst case of blue balls I've ever had. Absolutely horrendous. Stained my skivvies and everything, sir. And now I got a physical coming up in like 3 weeks. You know, as a guy my age, you go to the doctor, get a physical, you got to get a prostate exam, which, you know, it's an awkward test for a man to go through, especially the first time, you know, because you're in the doctor's office, pants around your ankles, bent over his little table, and he comes in all gloved up and lubed up to do his little thing, and my doctor's doing his thing for a couple seconds. He goes, Mark? I'm like, yeah? And he goes, you're going to have to relax a little bit, because apparently I was like, the buns of steel are closed for business, my friend. That's an exit ramp. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I can pull screw out of drywall. I'm Andy Dufresne, Shawshank Redemption clenched up kind of thing, you know? So my doctor tells me, he goes, just take a deep breath and exhale the whole way. You know, so yeah, and you know what he tells me? Feels good. I'm like, damn, Doc. I don't want to be weird or anything, but kind of did feel good. I don't know what the hell you're doing back there, but you just sent a tingle through my balls. Come on, one more time. Give me another one there, Papa Doc. I'd like a second opinion. Yeah, they tell you get your prostate checked once a year. I've been going in once a month. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances down yonder. Saw my family over Christmas last year for the first time in like 4 years, you know. And I mean, everybody, like 30-something people. And I'm still recovering financially from the pandemic, you know. 30 people is a lot to buy gifts for, you know. So last year I did all my shopping, Christmas shopping over at Dollar General. Oh my God, you should see how much you can buy at that store for $300. I walked in my mom and dad's on Christmas morning. I got trash bags full of gifts. I'm like, I got 10 presents per person. And then my brother starts opening up his stuff, and he's like, 1,000 mini staples. It's like, you're an idiot. I don't even have a mini stapler. I'm like, dude, open up the blue box. They're numbered for a reason, bro. They're numbered for a reason. But my brothers and I were talking about the toys that we used to get when we were kids and how, you know, everybody now has got electronics. Everybody wants phones. Everybody's obsessed with their phones now. It's unbelievable. People don't even go take a poop without their phone now. It's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, my phone. Well, I'm here. Might as well take a selfie. Hashtag just pooping. You know, a lot of us are at the age, we've got a lot of weird crap, unsafe things to play with. Like the Easy Bake Oven always fascinated me as a child. So my sisters had one like, hey, you want a cupcake? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't think we should be eating any food that can be cooked with a 5-watt light bulb. That thing's been on for 3 days. You can put your tongue on it. It doesn't even burn. How is it cooking food? Went to Afghanistan in August 2019, because you know if you're going to go to the Mideast, August is the time to go. Jesus, 128 degrees one day. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, as a man, you can't bring enough baby powder on that vacation. Oh my God. Every morning you get up and you just get all powdered up, you know, and then you go outside and it's so hot. My sweat just runs down your body, hits the powder, makes it all pasty and gummy. And then you hit the chow hole, it's air conditioned, starts to harden and fucking crystallize. Like, oh, this is comfortable. All you do, re-shower, re-powder, re-paste. I got so much powder on me, every time I take a step, I got poofs of it coming out of my shorts. I looked like that little pigpen kid from Charlie Brown just walking around Kandahar. And I was in Iraq the week after they found bin Laden. And we were in the chow hall watching this thing on CNN about the FBI and the CIA and the NSA and all the effort they put into tracking bin Laden down and the 10 years of daily effort. And that's all that stuck with me was the 10 years. That's how long it took us to find bin Laden. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, you know what? They could have found that dude like 9 years before that if they would have just turned his name over to the student loan people. Yeah, oh my God. I don't know what kind of resources those people have at their disposal, but they tracked me down on a Tuesday afternoon shooting pool in a bar in Bang Pao, Thailand. There are 2 people on the entire planet that know where I'm at and the bar phone rings. Sweeney! I'm like, no way. Hello? Mark Sweeney? Yeah. Hi, it's Jenny with Sally Mae. And I'm like, you're shitting me. How did you find me? Well, we matched your DNA up with some spit we found in a beer bottle in the Philippines. Okay. What can I do for you, Jen? Well, couldn't help notice that you're like 9 months delinquent on your student loan payments. I'm like, oh, that. Yeah, well, turns out I didn't need the degree. Yeah. 8 months later, you know what my credit score was? 9. You ever try to buy a car with a 9 credit score? No, here's a bicycle. Any military here? Present military, former military? One guy, one man, one. That's it? A couple of you? Well, thank you to everyone that did serve, whether you admit it or not, for your patriotism. It's an honorable thing to do. Yeah, I was in the military. When I was 17, joined the Marines because I wanted to get away from my dad's discipline. Yeah, I was a heavy thinker, even in high school. You know, and we knew going in the Marines was going to be different than the other branches, but we didn't really know how different the day we left to go to boot camp. Because all the military groups fly to the same area, you know? And we're down there, and there's like 120 guys going into the Army, about 100 into the Navy, about 90 into the Air Force, and there were 3 of us that were going to the Marines. And we're standing there looking around, we're like, well, where is everybody else? And the recruiter's like, there isn't anybody else, it's just you 3. Huh. So the few, the proud, you're not fucking around. I thought it was a slogan. God, that was such a transition going from civilian life to military life. I mean, literally one day you're walking around the neighborhood with your friends, hair down the middle of your back, partying your ass off. Next day, you're taking showers with 70 bald, naked men just trying to maintain eye contact. Because that's a lot of dicks to be seeing right out of high school, man. That's a lot of peni. Yeah, well, I'd never taken a group shower before that, you know? My friends in high school were stoners. We didn't participate in gym class. So boot camp was the first time I'd ever taken a group shower. And what I found funny about it is that so many people are under the impression that all black men have big penises, you know? It's not true. Not true. Not all of them do. But some of them. Good heavens. Oh my God, we had this one cat in our platoon, sort of black dude named Ray Robbins from Austin, Texas. Shortest guy in our platoon, he was like 5'7". But he had what can only be described as a freaking schlong. Yeah, and the first time you see him naked, you don't want to say anything. It's another man's package, but damn, it takes your breath away, you know? I mean, you're sitting there showering up. Fucking high five that little brother. Jesus Christ. Hey, did you guys see this? Jesus, Raymond, how do you run with that thing? That's ridiculous. I'm going to go talk to Sergeant Sanchez, get you another boot. Wasn't sure how the big black penis joke would go over here in Sarasota. It went over all right, you know. Well, yeah. That's right. That's true. So I fly constantly. I tried Priceline for the first time this summer. Have you guys ever tried that? The one where you tell them how much you want to pay for your flight and they see if they can find one? Oh my God. I was going to Chicago to St. Louis, which is like 30 minutes in the air. And I'm like, you know what, $50, that's what I'll pay. You know, I was just kind of fooling around. I didn't take it seriously. Like 3 days later, I get this email. Hey, we booked your flight. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, Chicago, St. Louis, 9 layovers. I had an overnight in Anchorage and Boston, ma'am. It took me 4 days to get home. I could have walked it in 3. I'm not a good flyer, man. I don't understand why they make the first class people get on first. You know, that sucks for them. Now they're forced to sit there and avoid eye contact with the poor people as we shuffle and stumble and stagger our way back to coach with everything we own crammed into 2 carry-ons because we're not checking a bag. You're not screwing me out of $20. Did you guys hear about that lady that farted on the plane last summer? Oh my God. This lady was flying from Dallas to Detroit, and she passed gas in the plane. But then she lit a match, right, to cover it up, and they flipped out, landed the plane, and threw her off. Now, as a comedian, my first thought was how bad does your tutor have to be? Well, they're throwing you off an airplane that's at 33,000 feet in the air. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make an emergency stop in Nashville. Later. Oh my, close the goddamn door, Tina! Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience. Good Lord. It seems that somebody back in coach just unleashed some type of broccoli Heineken refried bean fart on the oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to drop the oxygen mask, just a precautionary measure. I'm afraid we're going to have to open up some windows up front, try to clear this bird out for you folks. God. That poor woman. What a walk of shame that had to be. Because you know everybody knows that's why they're stopping. Hey, thanks for shitting your pants, Mary Grace. Next time, lift a cheek, say excuse me, and we can move on with our lives. And I don't know what it is, what it is about flying that makes people so irritating. Man, I flew to LA a couple months ago, and a guy in the seat next to me, every time he took a hit of his coffee, he went, This is airplane coffee, keep in mind. A couple minutes later, he goes, And he wouldn't stop doing it. So I'm like, can I get a cup of coffee over here, please? So every time he did that, I got mine went, ah-cha-cha-cha! Yeah, and we did that until they wouldn't serve us any more coffee. And then last fall, I was flying to from Miami to St. Kitts, and I'm in the window seat, and the guy in the middle seat, looking out the window the entire flight. Have you ever tried to read or watch something on your tablet knowing someone's looking past you? They're clouds. Quit looking at me! And one night some dude goes, man, you should just close the shade. I'm like, damn, that would have been funny. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have done it because I'm not a dick, but man, one time I might just have to reach up and like super slow-mo, just like, sorry, bro, I can't have you staring past some shit. So many guys, how many guys lost work because of the pandemic? Okay, good, just you, Mark. Yeah, 18 months. And I got rid of my DirecTV. You know, because it's like $135 a month and I didn't have a job. So I'm watching over-the-air TV. And one night I'm watching these cooking shows. That's what I got down to. And these two ladies are making brownies. And the one lady takes a brownie and takes a bite and she goes, oh my God, this is better than sex. And I'm like, it's a brownie. Yeah, I've had some good brownies over the years. I never had one that dropped in my knees and made me cry. This is better than sex. Well, you need to fuck somebody else. Because one of you is doing it wrong. There isn't anything better than sex. That's why every human being in the history of mankind has done it. When you're laughing and when you're coming are the only two times that human beings are totally uninhibited. That's it, coming and laughing. You're not aware of anything else, but you're in the moment, you know? I mean, you could come like this, and you don't even care. I mean, she might. Jesus Christ, Todd. That's a deal breaker there, my friend. Hit the bricks. I'm not watching that shit every time you drop a nut. I'll tell you that much right now. That's ridiculous. Any of you guys watch free porn online? No? Paying for it? Is that what you know? It's free. The youth today have no idea how easy they have with their access to porn. A lot of these young guys, you know, they got porn on their phones. You know, back in our day, we had to go to a movie theater, see porn, and it was in a shady neighborhood. But you went anyway because you could watch ugly people having sex. Because, oh my God, the 70s porn stars were not a good-looking group of people, you know. Everybody was overweight and hairier than shit. Everybody had bushes up to the belly button, men and women. Oh my God, it was a bushy decade the 70s were, man. Holy Christ. I mean, we had camel toe back then. You just couldn't see it, you know? Yeah, it's all insulated. And back then, you slide a woman's jeans down, it just went, that big instant chia pet. Remember that? Sometimes it would frighten you, like, oh, Jesus. You know? You'd be down between her legs, you couldn't even see her until you went, oh. Yeah. And all us old timers, we remember these young guys, you don't have to, all these women now, they're all trimmed up and shaved up and little hearts and arrows and shit like that, you know? These young guys, they don't have to ever deal with God damn it. Go back, finish me, hold on. There it is, I got her, babe. We're back, I got her, babe. I know. And we had to deal with that every time, remember? Every goddamn time. And all the porn scenes now end in butt sacks. I don't understand the obsession with the butt, you know? The front side of a woman is just, you know, men are born out there and we spend the rest of our lives trying to get back in. That's all. It's the reason we have art and music and literature. And everything that's beautiful and creative on the planet is inspired by the coochie. Everything. It's what drives men to do everything throughout history. Nothing's inspired by the back door. Yeah, and you know why? It's industrial. That's why we poop out of there. It's the body's sewer system. Why the fuck you want to put your Jimmy John into the treatment plant for? You know? I always make it look so easy, too. Boom, put it in. It doesn't work that way, does it, ma'am? No. And there's a whole lot of prep work that goes into that particular activity. You try that shit in real life, you're going to get an elbow right in the fucking temple, like, BAM! Christ. I'm sorry, baby. Obviously, you're not as drunk as I thought you were. Oh, about gave me a subdural hematoma. Married sex. You know, there's a lot more benefits, I think, to having married sex than single sex. Because you can get away with shit when you're married that you can't get away with when you were single. You know? When you're married, you can be in the middle of doing it, stop and go, you know what? I think I got to poop. Yeah. And guess what? She'll still be there when you get back. That's love, my friends. That is love. You try that shit when you're single, you're going to hear the door slam before your ass hits the door. Slam! Hey, it's just poo-poo. But it's good being in a steady relationship, though, you know, especially when you're with someone that you know well enough to manipulate. Hey, that's important to have, you know. And this is something that's actually worked on several women I've lived with over the years. I found out how to go fishing whenever I wanted by just approaching her early enough in the morning like I wanted sex. And that way, my second choice, it's a whole lot less demanding on her. Yeah, but you got to get her like 30 minutes before she's actually supposed to get up. Start grinding against her backside with that morning wood. That, looks like we're ready for a little morning rock and roll. Honey, don't. It's too early. Leave me alone. Oh, well, that's great. I don't know what else I'm going to do today. I could go fishing, I guess. You know? She goes, you know what? That's a good idea. Why don't you go do that? I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can go. Oh, wait. No, look. Oh, her wallet's here. Oh, look, she gave me money, too. And women manipulate their men, too, obviously, which is a lot easier to do because we're morons and perverts. Oh, my God, that combo's easy to push around. She does it all the time, you know? Like, we'll argue about something. She takes off, come home, forgets all about it. It's all lovey and cozy. I'm like, cut it out, will you? I'm still a little pissed off about this morning. She goes, oh, you relax. It's nothing a good blowjob won't fix. And I'm like, oh. Because what really pisses me off is she's fucking right. Lame-ass guy, little Hummer. Hey, don't trip over the rainbows and unicorns. So spineless when it comes. It's like, what do you mean you bought a $600 pair of boots? Zip? No. Oh. God damn it. I bet you they look good on you, too. Damn it. Because everything's better with the Hummer, isn't it? Absolutely. Well, unless you get like one of those real aggressive ones, you know. Do you like this? No, I don't. Jesus Christ, you're not removing varnish. So. All right, you guys, that's it for me. Thanks for coming out, man. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
Mark Sweeney, ladies and gentlemen.